ॐ नमो नारायणाय ॐ नमो नारायणाय ॐ नमो नारायणाय ॐ नमो नारायणाय नारायणाय 3 times Omkara. ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः हरिः ओम्। Welcome to one and all for this question and answer session. Last time I thought that we have done with all questions which are asked by different members, but still there are some questions which we will complete in this session of ours. So we have Umesh who will ask the question. Let us start today's session.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om.
So the first question we have today is, I am working in an MNC and know very well that there are corporate politics here. But sometimes I cannot tolerate it. I know that the moment I am attached to the body, this feeling arises. My question is, how to handle this situation and incorporate spirituality in our daily life?
Very good question. See, the simple is, there is some politics in so-called as corporate world, and mind gets disturbed because of the so-called as the different situations which come in front of us. How to deal and put our mind on the spiritual path, right?
Right.
Okay. So first and foremost, one has to be very clear that when we work in this world, the world will not change. Please make it this point very clear. The world will not change. So if you expect the world to change and then I will be fine or I will be happy, that sort of thought or thinking is wrong. So this is the first important aspect of it. So if world cannot change and the so-called as situation in my life because of different people, I get disturbed. That's the simple thing. Now, if we cannot control anyone in this world, that means we can't control the situation which comes in our life. Think about it, yes or no? So, if we cannot control the situation which comes in our life, so what is there in our hand? So, in our hand, we have one and one solution to face it correctly. To face it correctly. Let me give today's example. Like today in this pandemic situation, everyone is disturbed, no doubt, to some extent. But everyone is trying their level best, hope so, to maintain right health, right hygiene, and the best which they can do. That means the situation, though it is difficult, we can't continuously keep complaining that the situation is bad, and situation is bad. No. So what we have to do, we have to put our full efforts to improve ourselves in today's situation. Similarly, one has to be very clear that if my spiritual values are very strong, so nobody will, pressurize me to do certain wrong things. That's the point. For that, you should able to project your personality right from the beginning of a very righteous person. No doubt, people will comment on your behavior. People will keep talking about you, but we all have to be very clear that what is my life principle. My life principle. So if we know our life principle, whatever it is, let me give an example. Mahatma Gandhi, great Mohanchand Mahatma Gandhi ji, once somebody came to him and told that what are you doing this ahimsa? Let us join to a very big movement called as, do lot of retaliation and kill people and let them understand that we also have a power. Mahatma Gandhi ji was not disturbed by such sort of comment, or people, those who came to him and wanted to distract him. He said, see, my principle of life is very clear for me, and I am not doing or I am not saying anything to anyone what you should do in your life. So I expect the same from you, that let me do my actions correctly with my right principle, and you do whatever you want to do. So, see the beauty of his own clarity of thoughts. That he knew that what he wants in his life and how to really do whatever he has to do in his life. So that's why he could get established in the principle of ahimsa and satya. Now just imagine that movement, which was a very disturbing movement of British Empire everywhere, and continuously they were doing injustice, but still there was a person who never just got distracted from his path of ahimsa and satya. So keep his example in mind. Choose your values, principles in life, and do not compromise it by any means. People will know the value of it and they will appreciate you. Hope I have answered. Next question, please.
So the next question is, how do I constantly stay inspired in life?
Wow. How do I constantly stay inspired in life? I think it's really Umesh, very good question. I appreciate the person who has asked this question. See, there are three important things we have to understand. One is called as motivation. What is motivation? There are people, those who require motivation. So, you will, understand, or you will read also in certain articles that big companies, they give incentives. Why? To motivate people that there is something, if you do this, you will get that. So, motivation is always because of something which is outside, as an object. Please understand. Motivation is because of something which is outside. Like if you do this much of sale, you will get that much of incentive. Or we will send you to foreign trip and so on. So this is called as motivation. Now another is called as instigation. So there are people, those who take advantage of the weak mind and they instigate that weak mind to do whatever they want to get it done. So a person has to be very clear about it. I just wanted to make clear about these two things before I speak about the inspiration. Now the third which comes called as inspiration. So the inspiration is not because of any object outside, but it is because of your very core of heart which has this ideal which is of a very greater value or with a very great, some called as cause. So if in our life there is a greater cause to work, there is a selfless cause which can really give benefit to majority of the people, then that thought can be the great thought of inspiration. Let me just give few examples. One example. Like, there is a person who is young and he is doing so much. What is his thought or how he got inspired? That he thought or he now is thinking that let me make all the youngsters of India to have this reading habit. So he started this movement, Make India Read. And he has devoted his full life for this Make India Read. And there is an app which is called as Booklet app. Anyone can download and it's all free. Now just imagine, because he has understood that people do not have this habit of regular reading, which is the best habit, which can really integrate their personality, which can develop their personality, which can help in their life in different situations. So, inspired with this higher right thinking, he is doing so much. Now, second important thing is our own Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda Ji. Now just imagine, when he did his basic so-called as Vedanta learning, we can't call it as a course because that time it wasn't a course. So he was studying under the guidance of Swami Tapovan Maharaj in Uttarkashi. So Tapovan Maharaj gave a great knowledge of the scriptures to Swami Chinmayananda Ji. And Tapovan Maharaj was very silent by his nature. So he was there all the time in Himalayas. But Gurudev Swami Chinmayanand, once he was meditating on the bank of Ganges, means Gangaji. What happened? A very inspiring thought came in his mind. Of what? That as, oh my dear child, as I come from the top levels of Himalayas and I flow down to the plains and take everyone's sin and make them absolutely pure, or I keep helping everyone who comes to me by giving this water to n number of people. So, oh my dear child, why can't you also do the same? Why can't you give this knowledge to everyone by going to their doorstep? This one thought was so inspiring for him that giving the knowledge selfless to everyone by taking as much pain as possible. And that's how, with this one great inspiring thought to give selflessly this knowledge to everyone and make everyone feel the joy of knowledge and make everyone feel what is my true nature. Let everyone know about one's own true nature so they can overcome all the difficulties of the life. That made him to do such a great work, and today Chinmay Mission is spread all over the globe. So this is the way to understand, to have the right greater thinking or a greater cause in life for every action of ours. So you can always stay inspired by that one greater cause in life. Yes, next question please.
Next question is, Krishna said that whenever a dharma increases, I come to establish dharma in society. Did he not mean that the best sadhan to realize Krishna is to stand up against injustice?
See, it's not always that one has to fight against the injustice to reach to the Krishna. That's what I would like to tell the person who has asked this question. Like, in everyone's life, there will be a different situation. So, as per the situation, we must able to do the sadhana. The best what I can understand to realize Lord Krishna is to grow above all the pinpricks of the life, as Gurudev used to say. What are the pinpricks? All sort of dualities, the pairs of opposite which comes in life. Bhagavan Krishna said in the second chapter, it's a beautiful verse. It says, Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. See, what is called as yoga, what is called as reaching to the Lord, is to get completely established in the state of equipoise. In the state of equipoise. And if you have continuously this thought of injustice and the negativity about the whole world, then you may not able to do a right sadhana in any path. So therefore, whatever one has to do whatever, one has to understand, Yogastha kuru karma. That means, Yogastha here is follow the karma yoga. What is karma yoga? Selfless actions. Then next important is Sangam Tyaktva. Just don't have any attachment about the action or the result of the action. And the third, siddhya siddhi samo bhutva. One has to understand the failure as well as the victory is not different at all, because I am not working for the sake of victory, or I will not drop my actions just because of any failure. Therefore, when you do your action with right amount of duty in it, with right selfless attitude, without attachment, then the mind becomes pure, and that pure mind can definitely get established in the equipoise, and that's the way, as Lord said, to reach to Him. Next question, please.
Next question is, all the spiritual groups who claim to know the immortality of soul, are they not shrinking their duty to resist the adharma, injustice, by hiding behind the Swadharma theory and misinterpreting it?
I think, Umesh, the person who has asked question is, is really suffering in life. I think so, because of some or other reason which I cannot understand, because the way he has asked the question. But let me give an answer. That one has to be very clear. Bhagavan says, Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharmat Swanushtitat Swadharme Nidhanam Shreya Paradharmo Bhayavaha. It is so clear, the instruction of Lord Krishna, that one has to understand that what is the quality of my mind and intellect. What is the quality of the mind and intellect? And as per the quality of my mind and intellect, I must select my field of actions. Now, if a person is intelligent, if the person is wise, then he will select right field of action, and just because somebody is doing something different, which is popular, this person would not get affected by his or her actions, or should not get affected by the actions of anyone in this world. So therefore, Bhagavan says that one should get established in one's own Swadharma. And how to know Swadharma? By one's own quality of mind and intellect. To know one's own quality of mind and intellect. Now it is said here that it is so good that if you follow your actions as per your quality of the mind, and if you die in doing that, actions are far better than just copying anyone's action in the world. So therefore, let us not discuss or think who should do what, but my suggestion is to continuously focus ourselves that what should I do and why should I do that. Hope it is clear. Next question, please.
Yes, Swamiji. Next question is, what is the meaning of lifting the self by one's own self, said in chapter 6 by Lord Himself?
Wow. So this is a most popular verse, what I think, of a 6th chapter. The verse says, Uddharet Atmana Atmanam Na Atmanam Avasadhayet Atmaiva Yatmana Bandhu Yatmaiva Ripuratmana. It is, one should lift oneself by oneself. Then Bhagavan says, why? So here self means one's own mind. The mind is such, which is very fickle. Its nature is such, which gets distracted very easily. So therefore, this mind should have such a strong anchor. And that anchor cannot be something which is called as outside object or a person. That is a great aspect in this lifting one's own self by the self. So what is that aspect? That aspect is a right knowledge of your intellect. So when the mind gets tuned to the right knowledge of the intellect, then it understands that all that which is negative in nature, I have to drop quickly. Whatever of negative nature, I have to drop it quickly, because if I do not drop negative things in my life, those negative things will overpower me and make me completely a negative person, and one day I may ruin my life. Therefore, one who understands that the negativity is the only cause of being so much destructive in life, or so much so called as violent and so on and so forth in life, because of its own nature. The negativity's nature is like that. Therefore, the answer is positivity. Fill your mind with complete positivity, and then only you can lift your mind by right thinking and dropping all negative things in life, and it can be your best friend. Otherwise, the same mind can become the worst enemy of any one of us. Hope it is clear. Next question, please.
Next question is, how to switch over gunas from tamas to rajas and rajas to sattva?
Oh, that's a sadhana question. Very good. See, point number one, what is called as tamas, we have to be very clear about. Tamas means the duty which is there. We do not do it and we become casual towards it. Or we keep postponing those things which are important in our life, just because of our nature, which is called as laziness. So one who is doing this, that duties in life, who does not do in time and become casual, is tamasic. So for this person, he or she has to be very, very clear that person has to work towards the lifting of his guna from tamas to rajas. So what is that? Keep doing lot of actions. Only see to it that the action should be selfless. Action should be selfless. So have a big goal in your life. So that goal will motivate you or inspire you. Depends what is your state of mind that time. But even if it motivates you just because it is outside, it is fine to switch over from the tamas to rajas. So there should be a goal in life, then only you will do a right actions, and you can switch over from the laziness to the action filled. Now when we have an action filled, what happens? We then keep competing with others. And when we keep competing with others, we have a lot of negativity we develop in our mind. So let us understand, the selfless service will remove all sort of negativity in mind. Just I said in the last answer of the question. So the selflessness will remove all the negativity of the mind and will make the mind clean. And this clean mind, which is a steady mind, which is a focused mind, is a sattvic mind. So this is how one can reach from tamas to rajas and rajas to sattva, and then keep doing right thing, selfless action in life without getting distracted and without getting back to the tamasic mode. And then only with right approach, with right force, keeping your mind on a right track, you will remain on the right quality of sattva. Next question please.
स्वामी जी, अगला प्रश्न भी साधन मार्ग से ही जुड़ा है। यहाँ प्रश्न ये है कि भगवान का नाम सतत जिह्वा पर आने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा?
बड़ा सुंदर प्रश्न है। भगवान का नाम सतत जिह्वा पे आने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? देखिए, पहले तो हमको जानना चाहिए कि भगवान का नाम सतत जिह्वा पे क्यों आना चाहिए, है ना? इंपॉर्टेंट बात कि सतत हमारे जिह्वा पे भगवान का नाम क्यों आना चाहिए? Because there is only one and one, the most pure thing in the world is the name of the Lord. Name of the Lord. And as it is said in the scripture, जैसे scriptures में बताया गया है कि नाम के साथ नामी होता है, नाम के साथ नामी हमेशा जुड़ा होता है। तो जब आप नाम स्मरण करते हो तो वो नामी आपके साथ रहता है, इसलिए भगवान का नाम लेना जरूरी है। पहली ये बात कह दी मैंने। दूसरी कि ये सतत अपने जिह्वा पे कैसा आना चाहिए। देखो, भगवान कृष्ण भगवान हर चीज का सवाल, हर प्रश्न का सवाल उत्तर देते रहते हैं। वो बोलते हैं, भगवान ने कहा कि अर्जुन तुम पूछ रहे हो कि मेरा मन चंचल है तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? तो भगवान ने कहा, अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येण च गृह्यते। अभ्यास मीन सतत प्रयत्न करना कोई भी चीज पाने के लिए, सतत प्रयत्न करना कोई भी चीज पाने के लिए। और वैराग्य यानी इस पूरे संसार में जो अनित्य है, जो अनित्य है, यानी जो चीज जड़ है उस जड़ को सत्य न माने, ताकि हमारी बुद्धि और हमारा मन उसके पीछे न भागे। तो ये दोनों चीजें चाहिए। जिस व्यक्ति में ये बात समझ में आती है कि यह अनित्य चीजों के पीछे भाग करके मन तो विचलित होने ही वाला है, इसलिए अनित्य चीज के पीछे न भागकर इस मन को सतत प्रयत्न करने से, और ये प्रयत्न कैसे होता है? डिसिप्लिन वे ऑफ चैंटिंग द नेम ऑफ लॉर्ड। यानी आपको अपने जीवन में ये रूल करना पड़ेगा कि सुबह उठ करके मैं 10 माला, एक माला होती है 108, तो 10 माला भगवान के नाम की जपो और उसमें खंडन न आए। धीरे धीरे आपका ये जो चैंटिंग का स्वभाव है या चैंटिंग करने की जो आपकी आदत है वो बढ़ेगी। तो आप 2 माला से भी शुरू कर सकते हो, 3 माला से भी शुरू कर सकते हो, और धीरे धीरे बढ़ाते जाओ। और याद रखो, जब भी कभी समय मिले तो अपनी माला साथ में रखो और जपते चलो। अपने आप इस मन को आदत लगेगी कि जब भी समय है तो भगवान का नाम लेना जरूरी है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन प्लीज।
So the last question we have today is the dispassion, that is vairagya, an obstacle in married life?
Is a dispassion, which is a great virtue in spiritual life, is that a obstacle in the married life? That's the question. Very sensitive question. Okay, see, understand. In married life, one must know that why I am getting married, the first and foremost. And not you, but your partner also should know that what is the principle of marriage. Because if both are of an equal understanding and both have the higher goal in life, then they will not contradict each other. Their actions will not contradict each other. Therefore, if you have someone who has of an equal mindset, then there is no problem at all. But if it is not there, then you have to be careful that follow the path of devotion. For what? That if I consider whosoever is my spouse as the form of Lord and that person I am serving, then there cannot be any difficulty or any sort of question mark in your family life. So you are serving no other person than the Lord Himself. So your mind will be clear and there will be no sort of such question of dispassion, of no dispassion. Because every action of yours will be for him and him alone. So Bhagavan says, Mayyeva manadhatsva Mayi buddhim niveshaya Nivasishyasi mayyeva Ata udvam na samshayah. 12th chapter, Bhagavan says beautifully, he says, you put your mind and intellect at my feet and then keep doing your actions. Don't have any doubt that I will what? Teshamaham samudharta mrityu sansara sagarat bhava minachirat partha maya veshita chetasam. Bhagavan says, those who keep or those who offer their mind and intellect at my feet, I take care of them and I make them cross this ocean of transmigration. So do not have a second thought. Do not have any question mark. If you dedicate your all actions at His feet, He will take care of you. I think we have answered all questions. Thank you for being with us and thank you for sending these questions. Next Friday, let us see what new topic we can bring it up and have a discussion about that topic. Thank you for staying with us. Keep your mind with the Lord and keep chanting His name. Thank you, Umesh, once again for supporting in this question and answer session.
Thank you, Swamiji. Hari Om.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. One request, as I keep doing this request to everyone every time, that this question answer session is very helpful for majority of the people. So if you can send this link to your near and dear, it will help them also in understanding different situations of the life. Thank you. Stay with us for different programs. Hari Om.